Hi. That was like a song. I don't know what I was going with right there. I feel like my circle's a little off. Like I'm this way. No, I'm this way. I'm a little crooked today. I'm going to go over here. Tatiana's like, Jeff, shut up and just do the weather extra. Hi, everybody. Fantastic Saturday morning. Tracked a lot of fog Thursday, Friday when I was filling in for Eric Burke. And then today, I'm still tracking fog. But the difference about today is that a frontal boundary is moving through the area as we speak. It sparked a few showers yesterday, and we had a few storms overnight, nothing severe. They have all moved off to the east, and now it's just a matter of getting rid of the fog and clearing the clouds. The more west you are, that process is already happening. The more east you are, you have to be a little patient, and it will start probably in the afternoon. The one thing we all have in common is when we get to the afternoon, we'll all be in the 70s. It should be brighter for just about everybody, and even though a cold front is moving through the area, it doesn't bring in cold air. It's going to bring in slightly cooler air tonight and for Sunday, but the weekend itself looks to be delightful. So, where are we at right now? Decatur, outside, in the process of clearing out as we speak. Sunshine. I can see the shadows. You're almost there. Parkway in Huntsville, very gloomy this morning, like gloomy with fog and rain and blah. Now I see a little brightness, so we're already getting there in Huntsville. The Shoals, socked in with fog 20 minutes ago. Now I see the water. I can see some blue sky, and that process is happening a little faster for you in Northwest Alabama. So we're all getting there, and we're all going to do it at our own speed. Oh, by the way, I meant to bring this up too. This is what we call our sprocket camera. It's the Space and Rocket Center, and it broke. It got hit by lightning in July. And we don't have the opportunity to go up and fix it, so we have to kind of wait for them to do it. But they did it. We're having trouble moving it, so it's kind of stuck on this one spot. But yesterday, I got the most epic fog look ever. So epic that I trimmed up the picture, and I'm going to actually frame it and put it in my house. Like, big dorky thing. I'm going to get like a modern frame and make it look really cool. Anyway, that's the look there. We got the camera back now. When we get the ability to start moving it again, it comes in handy when we have severe weather, and also when we have like wintry conditions too, because it allows us to see the highway at all different angles and allows us to see if there's any closures or accidents or whatever's happening out there. It's a great eye in the sky. So it's back, baby. Temperatures in the 60s, 70s are back too today. We have been so mild all week long. You go back to, what was it, the day before Veterans Day, right? So when we were like 38 and flurries on that Monday, and since then, I mean, temperatures have gone up and away. Like, it's been very mild. It's not just the days that have been mild, it's the nights. When you're waking up in the morning with temperatures in the mid 60s, that's what the daytime high temperature should be for this time of year. And in the pattern that we've been in, it usually means not only mild temperatures and mild nights, it usually means you're going to wake up with a lot of fog, because if you're in the mid 60s, you're probably in a pattern where you're in a southwesterly flow, which brings up your dew points. Hence, your dew points and temperatures are close. Your relative humidity is 100%. You get the foggy conditions, the dampness, and that's the pattern we've had really for the last 5 to 6 days, and it hasn't really changed much. That's all going to change, though, as we go into tonight, and then eventually even more so by Thanksgiving Day. Radar, they're the last of the showers. Beep, beep, out of here, gone. See you later, crossing the Georgia state line. I did track some showers and storms when I came in. There was actually some pretty heavy rain, and I got some really vibrant lightning strikes in Guntersville on the camera this morning, and I posted it on my Facebook page. So if you have an opportunity to check that out and like to see the lightning, there you go. There's your next 12 hours. Who is on? I see one I see a couple. Whoa. We actually have more than one comment. What? Vacation Valley. Good morning, Jeff and everyone. Good morning to you. Hey, Dave Luddy. Good morning again, my friend. Good to see you on. Wow, look at this. Everybody's coming to town today. Hi, Paula Whitaker. Good to see you. Good morning. I see a little sunshine icon. Nothing wrong with that. And Mike Gentle is in the house. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope all is well. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hi, Brett. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning to you. Hi, Brett. Brett Wargo. I knew a Stephen Wargo when I was a kid. I was up in Connecticut. Hi, Brett. Good to see you on. Vacation Valerie, the hostess with the mostest, she'll say hi to everybody. So that's just what she does, because she's the nicest person in the world. So if you come on and if you've never been part, like I used to do what we call the coffee time on my page, and we'd have a lot of interaction, and Vacation Valerie would talk to everybody, and she's the hostess with the mostest. And then I came over to 48's page because the coffee time ended and we did Weather Extra now. And I get a lot of eyeballs, a lot of people watch, and throughout the day it gets a lot of views, but not as much conversation back and forth. And that's okay. We're here for you any way we can be. So there's your day. I got clouds giving way to mostly cloudy to partly cloudy. I really think it becomes more like mostly sunny by the afternoon. We're in the 70s. Tonight, not cold, but there's a difference in the temperature. Instead of 65 or 64 for the low, it's going to be 50. And it'll be partly cloudy as a little more cloud cover builds back in after we clear it out during the day. So when you wake up on Sunday, it will feel cooler, but it still turns out to be a beautiful day. Mid to upper 60s, trending more sun than clouds. The 20% on Monday is mainly at night, and then a pretty good soaking rain. So if you feel like you missed out on the rain the last couple of days, there's a really good chance of rain on Tuesday, Monday night into Tuesday, with scattered showers and storms. We have to keep an eye out on the potential for some stronger storms on Tuesday. I think the chance would be higher on Tuesday than whatever we had last night, and any rain that we get could be heavy at times. It's a busy travel week, so if you're flying on that day, maybe out of Huntsville to your destination, obviously keep an eye on the airlines and the airport. If you're traveling locally, you probably wouldn't be leaving till Wednesday or Thursday, I would imagine, so it shouldn't be a huge issue. But the rain's out of here really early Wednesday, and then the temperatures start to fall. We bumped the temperatures up a little bit, though. We had some 40s. I don't think it's going to be that cold. So we went 50s now, and we went 30 at night on Thanksgiving, and that's what we kept it going for Friday. Some of the forecast models like 2 weeks ago had a really cold blast of air coming in for Thanksgiving weekend where like high temperatures would be like mid to upper 30s. And they have completely moderated with each and every day almost. Like it's a complete 180 flip on where the temperatures could be. Is 53 still cool on Thanksgiving Day? Yeah, it is. Especially compared to where we've been at, but not nearly as cold as some of the forecast models had depicted maybe a couple weeks ago. So we will actually end, so 27, 28, 29, 30. So that's December 1st on that Monday. Yeah, because the parade's on the 2nd. And it looks like we'll close out the month of November dry and start the month of December wet. Temperatures climbing back to the 60s. And FYI, and I cringe doing this far out, but the Christmas Day parade in Huntsville is on the 2nd, which is Tuesday, and it does look like there's going to be some kind of rain. I have been trying to dodge that question a bit, but in fact, when we get some rain next Monday, after the rainfall Tuesday, the next best chance of rain is next Monday, it looks like there could be 4 days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, the week after, technically the first week of December, where it could be quite wet with multiple rounds of rain. See how it plays out. It's a long way away. It's after the 10-day, but still, it's something like when you look long-term models, you see it, you see something, you say something, it's okay. Vacation Valley says the lightning strikes were cool. Yeah. Some people who are bothered by flashing lights like that, when we have that on air, it really bothers them. So I try not to do it on air as much, and I try to save it to like social media posts. Sometimes it's hard to avoid when you're covering severe weather, but I thought it was really cool. You could really see it. That was probably, that cell in Gunnersville was probably the one that had the most lightning with it out of anything that we had moved through. There was a couple lightning strikes in Lawrence County that were kind of like becoming more numerous at one point with a cell that could have been stronger, but never materialized. Hey, weather boy Alec, how you doing? You probably want snow, right? Up in Rhode Island, is that what you want? You always want snow, right? Paula says, thank God no snow yet. No. I don't even want to think about the S word. La, 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 la. I'm not a snow fan at all. I moved here to get away from snow. We don't get it here very often, but when we do, it just ties everything up. We don't move for days. Half an inch of sleet. No school for 7 days. Al, my good friend, how are you? What did you think of that really charming picture on Facebook last night, right? See that smile I had? I was very happy. I went to the Havoc game, everybody. By the way, real quick thing too. Paula says, I hate snow. Paula, we would get along well because I despise the stuff. I can't stand it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Not really ready. Vacation Valley says not ready for snow. Yeah, I'm not ready for that too. No, you don't need the drama. Brett, nothing better than watching lightning from a distance. Mostly heat lightning. Good front porch weather watching. I like how you put heat lightning in quotes, my friend. That's good stuff. As we all know, heat lightning does not exist. But I love that you did that. But nothing better than watching the lightning from a distance. Brett, I feel the same way. Like, I always feel this is like a lot of times. So severe. This is my thing. So severe thunderstorm warnings are issued for tornadoes, winds over 58 miles an hour, and large hail of 1 inch diameter. Okay, but lightning is not part of a severe thunderstorm warning. And how many times do we have reports where lightning has struck a tree, struck a house, and caused considerable damage? Right? It should be added to a severe thunderstorm warning. Just my thing. On that note, where it can be dangerous, nothing better than seeing lightning in the distance where you're safely away from the storm and you can see it light up the whole sky. We had that happen. There was I think it was last July. I was in, I was on air, and it was a morning, and Eric Burke was coming in from Tennessee, and he texted me. He goes, "You see the lightning up at that storm in Pulaski?" And it was in Pulaski, right? So I put the Decatur camera and turned it north, and I had the Huntsville camera, and it was lighting up the whole sky. And here we were miles and miles and miles away, and you could see it, and it was so beautiful. But obviously, I was indoors, but from a safe distance, we could see the lightning, and he told me about it, and it was pretty awesome. But obviously, closer to the storm, not as awesome because it's not as safe, right? I love that stuff, though. I think it's great. Paul says, I call the snow a swear word. I love that. I love it. It is kind of a swear word, definitely. All right, Hannah, what did you say? I hate these fear-mongering meteorologists are making posts about Tuesday calling a big issue. Then why do you read them then? If they're fear-mongering meteorologists, then why are you following them and why are you listening to what they have to say? Period, the end. Take care of it. Watch a trusted source, whether it's 48 or you want to watch another station in the local market or whatever your choice is that you watch to get your information. Don't pit all the TV stations against each other when you send us messages, and follow someone you trust. But if you keep following people who give you misinformation and you're so terrified of storms, figure it out and follow somebody who you can trust. It's that simple. Easy peasy. There you go. Brett says, when I lived in Pennsylvania, I got to experience thunder snow. Hey, you know what's crazy about that? Brett, I got a great story for you on that, okay? So thunder snow is actually harder to have or be part of than having a tornado. Both chances are very low. And the reason why thunder snow is so rare, one, it's hard to have a thunderstorm when it's that cold. But two, you got to be in like a cold climate to have thunder snow, right? I worked in Peoria, Illinois. I think it was 2009. We called it Snowmageddon was coming, right? It was a big storm for Peoria. We get like 1.5 feet. Nobody believed us. And it did come to fruition. And we said there was a chance for thunder snow. And all these people watch us. And I was at WMBD, World's Most Beautiful Drive is what it stands for. And they were like, what is thunder snow? Nobody knew. Like they were just like, we're not getting thunder snow. And then I remember I worked with a guy named Brandon and Marcus. And one of our guys went out to clean off the satellite dish. And so they had a camera out there showing that they were doing this work. And all of a sudden, big bolt of lightning and brightens up the whole sky. Because remember, all the snow was essentially like crystals of ice. And the reflection of the lightning off of it was amazing. And anyway, we all started jumping around and going crazy inside the weather center because we forecasted thunder snow and it happened. And it's so rare for it to happen. And it happened in like the backyard of the station, which was even cooler. So it was awesome. It was very, very cool. Brett says, I remember that. I love this. I don't know. You know who's probably got the best video of thunder snow ever in the history of thunder snow is Jim Cantore, obviously. He's, probably a cool cat. Never really talked to him, but he had that one thunder snow. I don't remember where. It was his reaction was so natural and authentic that it made the video real, and it was pretty cool. Just his overall excitement for it. And that's kind of like what meteorologists love about the weather is we obviously our job is to keep people safe, but we just love weather. And we like the cool things that happen with it. And his natural reaction in that one video, I mean, it was a while ago, like 20 years ago. And he's like, whoa, and he's going crazy in the video. It's awesome. I think it's good stuff. So, Vacation Valerie says, thunder snow is cool to experience. And you say that like this. Yeah, it's cool. I get it. I know you, Vacation Valerie. I get it. Paula says, I would run and hide because I've never heard of thunder snow. Yeah, it's not something that you get down here very often. I think that the dynamics for thunder snow are obviously there's a lot of different, you're trying to pop a thunderstorm and have the same intensity of a summertime thunderstorm in winter when the ingredients aren't quite as juicy, and do it with the wrong precipitation coming down instead of rain, and get some lightning with it. So, and a quick note really fast, while we're on the topic of thunderstorms and cold temperatures, know the difference between hail and sleet. Sleet happens in the winter, hail happens with thunderstorms. If it's December 5th and it's cold outside and you're getting hit in the head with little ice pellets, that is sleet, not hail. I watched a game one time, and I was watching Boise State game, that blue turf, the blue turf monster of Boise State. And it started really getting all crazy coming down, sleet. And the announcer on ESPN kept calling it hail. And I was like, it's driving me crazy. And then a couple weeks ago, there was a game in Wyoming. Wyoming, very weird weather up there, okay, in Cheyenne, up in the elevations. And they actually had a thunderstorm that produced crazy amounts of hail, and they called it sleet. And I was like, it's okay. I'm just going to watch the football game and turn the volume down. But, yeah, good stuff, though. But they got the point across. It was really messy. If you ever saw it, a couple weeks ago, if you do a search for Wyoming cowboy football, sleet, hail, type it in, it was crazy. Like when you get a thunderstorm in Cheyenne, Wyoming, it produces hail, so much hail, because the freezing line is so close because you're so elevated, that you can get 5 inches of hail on the ground, and then all of a sudden, essentially plows in July have to come out and move it from the ground. It's it's epic. It's pretty epic. Brett says, besides being in healthcare, some days I wonder if I missed my calling. Hey, it's never too late, my friend. I got my degree at 34 years old. You never know, right? I wasn't in healthcare, though, before that. I was just some vagabond doing nothing. But you are much more organized than me, my friend. Vacation. We had it here in Rhode Island, Al says. Oh yeah, thunder snow. Yes, you get it in thunder. Yeah, had a couple times when I worked in WLNE. Had thunder snow many times. Another thing, too, when you have thunder snow, you can get this burst of snow. So one time I was working in Boston when I worked in the hotel industry. I was in Arlington, and I think it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this crazy dark cloud moves in over the hotel, and we get this nasty thunderstorm, and it starts producing snow because it's cold. We picked up 6 to 7 inches of snow in probably an hour. It started at 1, it ended at 2:15, and we had a half a foot of snow on the ground. And all the housekeepers that worked at the hotel that I worked at, I couldn't get them home because they couldn't drive home. It got so nasty and gnarly so fast. It was wild. But it can be very intense snow rates too, which is crazy. Hi, Dio from PC. Good to see you on. It's awesome. Yeah, one hurts more than the other. Big difference. You are so right, Brett. One time I was working in Cheyenne, and I was out covering a thunderstorm, and one of those big golf ball size ones got me right here. Cut my head open. It hurt too. I was storm chasing. And yeah, you're right. Sleet, mushy, soft feels good. Grapple's like that as well. Grapple's like kind of like slushy, sleet, soft. But hail hurts. Hail's like a baseball hitting you in the head. And when you get baseball-sized hail, that hurts. It can knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We were just talking about cool OJ last night at the game. That's crazy. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Havoc for a second before I forget. Paula says, that's crazy. Paula, we could get together and have coffee, and I can tell you some crazy weather stories. That is for sure. But yeah, I actually had to get stitches in my head. I got hit with a piece of hail that was so big it almost knocked me out. I was like, just trying to chase a storm. It's all I was trying to do. I used to storm chasing in Wyoming. It was fun. All right, back to the Havoc really quick. Just want to say one thing. So I always joke around. I don't know what the real name is, but I call them the Ice Capades. So Pensacola Ice Capades, like the Ice Caps or something, but I like calling them the Ice Capades. It just, I don't know, makes them feel like they're little. But they are tied for first with Havoc in the early season, and the Huntsville Havoc just lambasted them last night 7-1. But it was a very chippy, feisty game. And one thing about the game I noticed was the Pensacola players, there's like 8 of them that are like 7 feet tall. I've never seen hockey players that big in my life. There was a guy that was a goaltender in Illinois. He ended up playing in the NHL. I forget his name now. He was 7 feet tall, and he was a goaltender. But they have like the tall, Pensacola has all these like bruising tall guys, and they're kind of like bullies. And they tried to bully the Havoc last night, but it didn't work because the Havoc players are quick, fast, and smarter. And they won 7-1. So it got to be a pretty chippy game. I left with 10 seconds left, and there was another fight before I left. It got really chippy. Well, they get to go back on the ice tonight, and yours truly's forecast will be on there between the first and second period because we do weather updates and hits. We do recorded videos of the forecast for the games. But if you have an opportunity and you've never checked out a Havoc game, or if you've been a hockey fan and you've been to Havoc games before, you want to talk about a chippy game tonight, it is going to be on. Like, it is not, like, I'm almost thinking about going to the game tonight and doing 2 back-to-back late hockey nights just because I know how chippy this game's going to be tonight. Like, it is going to be epic. Like, first off, Huntsville buried them 7-1 last night, and it wasn't even that close. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to be chippy. It's going to be a good game. But if you have not had a chance in all seriousness to see the Huntsville Havoc, they have a really good team this year. They have a player in the team right from Huntsville as well. It's not just, international products or local. It's a local product too. And good stuff if you have a chance to go see them play. Tickets can be hard to get sometimes. I know. But boy, they are good. Paula says, I would love to chase storms as long as there's no snow in it. Yep. I chased more thunderstorms than I did snow, but can't really chase snow in Cheyenne, Wyoming because they shut the highway down. You can't drive on I-80 if you have too much snow. They shut it down. They literally put things across the highway and you can't go. It happens. Brett says, the ice pilots. Yes. That's what they do. Chase. I love that there's so many people nowadays that are weather enthusiasts, and it's really great. But like Hannah mentioned, there's a lot of really, really poor weather informational pages. And I had one up in Rhode Island that was, didn't know how to forecast, but would take all the local meteorologists' forecasts, and then when the forecast was wrong, would bash the forecast from the TV people and give himself credit when it was right. And that's the kind of pages that people follow nowadays. Nothing you can do. But then, Hannah comes on and she's upset because she feels like that they have she's getting steered in the wrong direction. But you got to follow the right people. If you follow a page that's not really a meteorologist, that's your own fault. Brett says, love me some hockey. I do too. Nicole says, no, they're the Ice Flyers. Yes, the Ice Flyers, Ice Pilots. I think Brett was being kind of funny. But yeah, they're the Ice Flyers. I call them the Ice Capades. I know, it's wrong. And if you are an Ice Flyer fan, Nicole, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just being fun about it. So. There's your 10-day forecast. Any questions, just let me know. Matthew was very, got a kick out of the fact that the turkey's very excited. We think the turkey's trying to dance. We have another turkey that actually turns the other way and does the dance the same way, but I thought that might be offensive, so I just left the frontal turkey. Anyway, Nicole, Vacation Valerie, saying hi to each other. Nicole, Vacation Valerie. I call her Vacation Valerie. Valerie that just said hi to you. She's the hostess with the mostest. She'll say hi to everybody because she's the nicest person ever. But, yeah, I got to go. I came in early, babysit the radar for a little while. And now I got to go get ready for some college football. The Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide playing a couple cream puffs today. It's the SEC bye week, but they actually have a game. And then they meet in the Iron Bowl next weekend. And I'll be watching football pretty much from start to finish today. I don't really have anything planned. I don't know what to do with myself today, actually. Maybe I'll do some stuff, clean the house a little bit. But I'm just going to call it a college football day. I'm going to sit out in the patio with the great weather, not worrying about it. I'm going to put shorts and a T-shirt on and watch college football 4 or 5 days before Thanksgiving in my shorts on my patio with my dogs next to me. I mean, that's the best day ever. That's what I'm going to do today. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say. And try to give accurate weather updates for you so you know how to keep you and your family safe, but also do it with a little sense of personality and professionalism at the same time. So we appreciate that. And thank you. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm a conversation kind of guy. I will talk. If people come on and talk to me, I'll talk to them. Now, if they start saying mean things to me and hurt my feelings, you make me cry, but I'll still talk to you, though. Oh, she says, Nicole says, no, they were our nemesis when the Mobile Mystics were around. Oh, I got you. So there's like a feud like way back. Oh, I get it. I see. That's interesting. There's like a history here. Wow. I know one thing right now is that Huntsville Havoc team is really good this year. They are so fast and so quick to the puck. And they have not one, but two amazing goalies. Wilson's been there for years, since I've been going to the game since I moved here. I just had my 3-year anniversary on Friday. Hard to believe I've been in Huntsville for 3 years. That's crazy. But Wilson's been there since I started. The kid that they had from New Hampshire last year isn't there, but the other guy, I forget his name, Gerard. He's goaltender too. But I saw both of them in action in the net, and they're amazing too. So good stuff. I'm a big fan. Have a great day, everybody. Always want to watch and listen. Appreciate that, Paula. It's all good. And yeah, we have many ways to keep you updated. That is for sure. Whether you follow us on our Facebook page on 48 or our own personal pages, we do weather extras. We have an app that has like streaming everything on there and updates that come on the phone. When you have a storm in your area, we even give you updates through the app to tell you that you have heavy rain near your location. If there's a watch or a warning, Brad's voice comes on and says, there isn't really one, but there is a tornado watch for your area. And he comes on, his deep voice, and it's all good and tells you. But that's what we do here. We try to give you multiple ways to keep you safe and updated. Yeah. And it's easy peasy. And we have a really, really, really good app, too, which is great. Brett says, I wish my Pittsburgh Penguins would pull themselves together. You know, I feel almost guilty because I'm a big Hartford Whalers fan when I was a kid, and they're now the Carolina Hurricane, but I grew up in Connecticut. And I usually watch the NHL very closely. This year, because of some things where I've been just a little busy and I have not been able to pay attention, my hockey watching is way, way down. So I got to turn the beat around, so to speak. And my goal is when we flip the calendar and get past Thanksgiving in December, I'm going to turn my attention to a little bit more watching hockey during the week. Yeah, I have not kept up with it like I used to. But I will soon. I mean, my Titans are 1-9, so I have nothing really to watch on Sundays. I might as well watch hockey. Paul, you have a great day too. I'm going to get it out of here because it is after 9 o'clock and it is my nap time for a couple hours. But everybody, you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the great weather. Enjoy the cooler night. Enjoy the beautiful day on Sunday. And we'll keep you updated on the rain opportunity for Tuesday. As Hannah mentioned, there could be maybe some stronger storms, but a little too early to make that call right now. But if anything ramps up with the forecast, of course, we'll be the first to let you know. And everybody have a fantastic day and start your weekend off right.